doing here?
I followed you. So this is where you go when you tell me you're running errands?
Sometimes.
How long have you been coming to this place?
The library?
I know where we are. Okay.
You sure? Because you're talking very loud.
How can you come to a place like this and be surrounded by
Books?
other authors? Are you just looking at them? Or are you reading them?
Yep.
How could you?
Well, I start at page 1 and I go until I reach the end.
Whose book are you reading?
The library's silly.
I mean, who wrote it?
Joyce Carol Oates.
You're reading something by her?
Yeah, she's rather prolific.
More prolific than me?
Well, she's been around longer.
So older women writers can give you what I can't.
I'm just reading.
Another woman!
I can't read only books by you.
Why not?
There are so many other things to read.
Oh, I get it. You can't be tied down to one person.
When it comes to writers, yes.
What does Joyce give you that I can't?
Something different.
So you're tired of the same old, same old.
Look, no one reads just one author.
I bet Mr. Oates does.
That's not his name. But I doubt he'd exclusively read her.
What is it with you men?
Huh?
Never happy with what you have.
I'm very happy.
But you still need to sneak out of the house and read another author?
Well, her stories,
What?
they resonate with me emotionally.
Mine don't?
No,
You're lying.
I can't relate to your characters.
Well, you have to read between the lines.
That's too much work. You need to communicate what your characters are feeling.
I show. I don't tell.
But then you need to show more because your characters feel flat and unbelievable.
How dare you?
Okay, keep your voice down, all right? I'm just telling you the truth.
You could have told me that before seeking solace in another author.
You're making too big a deal about this.
And you're not making a big enough deal about it. I thought I was all you ever needed.
Not literally, literarily.
So you just shamelessly read another author's book in a public library.
I get bored not having much to read at home.
You could have reread my books.
I don't get anything out of them the second time.
Well, maybe you'll get something new if you read one of them here.
Doubt it.
Well, you could at least check them out so the other library patrons would think you're reading me.
They only have one of your books.
Then stop reading altogether.
I have to read. Addicted.
Well, learn how to control yourself.
Why should I control myself?
Because you're a responsible adult.
A responsible adult who likes to read. A lot. You don't get to dictate who I read and don't read.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Well, maybe you should write your own stuff and then read that.
That doesn't thrill me. Okay, reading somebody else's material does.
on drugs.
What?
You heard me. Unless the drugs have made you deaf.
I've never done drugs in my life, or at least since junior year in college.
That is the only thing that would explain your irrational behavior.
My behavior isn't irrational. I like to read. I will finish this Joyce Carol Oates novel, and after that, I'm starting the Twilight series.
Do they even have those here?
Multiple copies.
But only one of mine.
Sorry.
Aren't you too old to be reading such stuff?
It makes me feel young again.
So you're reading that junk because you're feeling old.
Okay, just because I want to feel young again doesn't mean I'm feeling old.
Well, reading my mature tomes forces you to face the fact that you're an adult.
No. Reading your mature works are pretty damn boring.
How dare you!
Shh. These books are alive and vibrant, right? They lift me up. Your mature stories drag me down.
You got this milk for free, so you don't appreciate it.
This is a library. All the books are free. And I admit, I check out a lot of other authors here. Fiction and nonfiction.
How could you?
It's natural for a reader to check out all his options.
Not when he has the best option at home.
Okay, I wouldn't go that far.
What do you mean?
Can't you read between the lines? I don't like your writing. Look, I mean, it's fine. Okay, it works. There's technically nothing wrong with it, but it's kind of vanilla.
How long have you felt this way?
Since your first short story.
But all those times you told me I was the best.
Lies. So as to not hurt your feelings.
Well, they're hurt.
Well, you pushed me. You couldn't leave well enough alone.
Fine. I'll leave you alone. You enjoy reading those young adult authors. But someday, they're going to want to write something mature. And you'll realize how good you had it with me.
Joyce Carol Oates stuff is pretty mature.
Oh, then why don't you marry her?
Maybe I will.
What time will you be home?
We close at 7.
Am I cooking or are we going out?
It'd be nice to go out. I'm in the mood for Italian.
We had Italian the day before last.
So,
Oh, you can eat the same empty carbohydrates over and over again, but you can't reread my books.
okay, why don't you go have a drink at the restaurant bar? I'll be there shortly.
Fine, but I'm going to check out my book first.
You do that.